Hello, everyone. I'm Jenna Barron, news editor of SD Times. I'd like to welcome you to episode 5 of the SD Times live microwebinar series on data verification with the data quality company Melissa. In the first 4 episodes, we covered email, name, phone number, and address verification, and today we're finishing out the series with electronic identity verification. Joining us today is Nathan Gurnee, sales engineer at Melissa. I'll throw things over to you now, Nathan.
Great. Thank you, Jenna. So in today's digital age, businesses face the risk of fraud, identity theft, and money laundering. There's an increasing reliance on remote account openings, online loan and credit card applications, virtual employee onboarding, and telemedicine. And this creates the need for an electronic method of identity verification that conforms to regulations and presents a smooth user experience. So during this presentation, we'll be looking at the core components of digital security and compliance. So KYC, or Know Your Customer, AML, or anti-money laundering, and eIDV, or electronic identity verification, and how these work together to ensure safe and compliant and trustworthy transactions. So KYC is a process by which businesses identify and verify the identity of their customers before establishing a business relationship. So to do this, businesses collect information about the customer's identities, addresses, and financial activities. The KYC process helps to assess the risk level of each customer to determine if they pose any financial or reputational risks. Financial institutions have a legal requirement to verify the identity of their customers to prevent fraud, money laundering, and terrorist financing. So some situations where KYC is generally needed, credit applications to assess creditworthiness, investments, digital payments, e-wallets, cryptocurrency, opening new bank accounts, online gaming, age-restricted products like alcohol and tobacco. Now, there are three key components of KYC. The customer identification program, which consists of the collection of information like full name, address, date of birth, and government-issued identification number like SSN or driver's license number, and ensuring that this information is accurate. Next is customer due diligence, which is the ongoing process involving the assessment of risk associated with customers once identity has been verified. And this includes the consistent monitoring of transactions and behavior to detect any suspicious activities down the line. And then finally, enhanced due diligence is used for high-risk customers, like a politically exposed persons, which involves in-depth investigation into a customer's background and transactional history. Now, some challenges of modern KYC are privacy and security, right? Organizations must comply with data protection laws while also collecting and storing personal information, including obtaining and managing customer consent for data usage. Another challenge would be customer experience, right? Businesses need to find a balance between KYC compliance and a seamless user experience. And then finally, data quality. Customer data is complex, and ensuring data is accurate and complete across various types of clients requires operational resources. Now, moving on to anti-money laundering, or AML, and this consists of the laws, regulations, and procedures put in place to prevent criminals from disguising illegally obtained money as legitimate. Now, by verifying the identity of customers and assessing their risk levels, organizations can better monitor transactions and detect suspicious activities, and this helps businesses avoid civil and criminal penalties and the reputational damage that accompany non-compliance with regulations. Now, some notable contributions to anti-money laundering. The Bank Secrecy Act, which established reporting and record-keeping requirements for businesses in the U.S. to combat financial crimes. The Financial Action Task Force, which is an international policymaking and standard-setting organization dedicated to combating money laundering and terrorist financing. The Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN, and that's responsible for issuing KYC regulations for financial institutions in the United States. And then the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, which enforces data privacy and security measures, and also ensures customer information is protected and transparently handled. Now, some tools and techniques used in AML practices are transactional monitoring, which consists of analyzing customer transactions to detect patterns of behavior that may suggest money laundering. Risk assessment, which is assigning risk levels to customers based on factors like geography, industry, and transaction history. And finally, suspicious activity reporting, which are just filing reports with authorities if a customer's activities raise red flags, like large cash deposits or wire transfers to high-risk jurisdictions. Now, electronic identity verification is the process of electronically verifying a person's identity using digital tools rather than physical documents. Now, this has the benefits of speed. So eIDV can verify identities in real time, reducing onboarding time for customers. Accuracy, automated checks using digital tools actually minimize the possibility of human error. And scalability, this technology can handle high volumes of data. Now, some methods that this can be done are document verification, right? So I'm verifying passports, ID cards, driver's licenses with digital scanning, uh, biometric verification, which is facial recognition, fingerprint scans, or voice recognition. We also do data cross-referencing, so matching provided information against multiple authoritative data sources like credit bureaus, utility records, government databases. And then finally, screening, checking individuals against government watch lists. Now, to recap, KYC, AML, and eIDV are all key components that work together to shape modern compliance efforts. Right? KYC ensures organizations know and trust their customers, which is part of a broader AML requirement to monitor and make efforts to prevent money laundering and other financial crimes. And eIDV strengthens and streamlines KYC and AML by automating the verification process. So now I think we can look at two solutions offered by Melissa, which incorporates eIDV methods and assists with KYC and AML. So the first is SSN name match. Right, so SSN name matching is a critical piece of eIDV, which helps organizations confirm that the provided name aligns with the official records associated with the SSN. So Melissa's SSN name match solution verifies an individual's identity by checking against an official United States credit header data source. Now, accurate matching prevents identity fraud and assists in satisfactory compliance with KYC and AML regulations. And we offer the following matching criteria. So full name to SSN, partial name, right, to SSN, which is, could be first initial and last name, first only, last only. And then we also, return a no match as well. So Melissa's products will return result codes which provide information on the validity of the input data and also indicate the matches that were found, right? So going through an example here, we have a full name and an SSN, and we're able to find a full match as indicated by the SN04 result code. We also have a partial first name and a full last name. This also returns an SN08 or indicating a partial match to that SSN. And then finally, we're also able to return SN07 for no match. Now the next service that I'd like to take a look at is Melissa's Personal Identity, which is a comprehensive eIDV solution that verifies identities or individuals in real time. So this will utilize global contact data quality services, and this will validate standardized names, addresses, phones, emails, also while also verifying against two or more authoritative data sources. We also offer the option to check individuals against high-risk watch lists, and by using the service, you'll be securely transmitting sensitive data to a service that does not store personally identifiable information. And we're also able to authenticate national IDs in select countries like the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Now, going through an example here, we have a full name and address, a phone number, and SSN. We're first going to validate these contact data elements, right? So we're able to validate the first and last name, the address as well, and the phone number. And then next, we are going to verify the individual against multiple data sources. Right, so first we'll see the first and last name match against a government data source. We'll see the address matched against a credit data source. We'll see the phone number matched against a telco data source. And then we'll see the national ID or SSN matched against a government data source. And finally, we could also screen this individual against national watch list. And we'll see that the individual was not found in any watch list. So this individual can be safely onboarded. And that's all for my presentation on eIDV. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Great job. That's all for today. Remember, everyone, you can watch a replay of this video on sdtimes.com by clicking the SD Times Live button in our top menu. And you can also learn more about Melissa by visiting their website, melissa.com. Bye.